YouTube Slimes, welcome back to another Genshin video, and today we will be doing the new Archon quest, which is called Bedtime Story? Bedtime Story, here we go. I was planning to make a video about Imaginarium Theater, but as you can see the door is closed. And I just did some research online and I found out that this door will open like next month, like in July 1st. So I scrapped the video because I was actually recording it. I mentioned that the resin is increased from 160 to 200, which is extremely nice. Ah, my goodness, and I was so excited for the Imaginarium Theater because, as you can see, it is version 4.7. And if we look at the Achievements tab, there is a new section over here with a very cool looking name card. And you can also now see the Imaginarium Theater on your profile showcase. But since that is still locked, I was like, you know what? Let's just do the story quest, because if you Slimes remember, the story of 4.7 is insane, because as you can see, we see Dainsliff with Lumine and Ether. The siblings are together. So I'm like, what happened? You know? So let's just jump straight into it.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
I've never heard of that classification before.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
Also to note is that I'm talking a bit more silent because, well, my brother is still sleeping and I don't want to wake him, so hence the reason I'm more kind of in a whisper.
All it asks
or
us
soft
to do
talking.
is to find a missing person.
Okay.
Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seemed simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Sure thing.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village.
Okay.
They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the
That's not
problem
good.
is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Yeah, same. Very interesting. Chapter 4, Act 6? Bedtime Story. Go to Vimara Village. Alright, don't mind if we do. It's right over here. It's like the fishing / docking village. So I wonder who this missing person is. Is it someone we know? Haha.
We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy? If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, We're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
I guess so, Paimon. Alright, let's just continue. Hello there, Bahram.
I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vermara Village.
Ah, so you hear about that then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
I have dates list on my head,
I
but...
didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day.
Or maybe Ether.
I just hope
Dun,
nothing
dun, dun.
bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Okay, interesting. I'm so used to like doing like a jump and then dash, or just doing a grapple because I've been playing Wuthering Waves a lot. Hello there, Grandpa.
Is that guests I hear?
Yes, hello.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Oh, you can bet.
Can you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
Oh, that's nice.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
It's odd that everyone forgets. Like, no one knows, you know?
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
Nahida's playing a prank. There's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
I don't think so too. Like, the name thing.
Yeah.
It's so weird that no one remembers his name.
Exactly, because if someone is like important or like very funny or whatever, at least you exchange names and like remember the guy, you know?
And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
From Erminsul. I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Correct.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Like the Wanderer. Could it be like what happened with the Great Lord Rukadavata? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories?
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Correct.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Correct.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way.
Hello,
I
Atosa.
grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
I'm sure we'll track him down.
Yeah, no need to worry.
I'm
We'll give it our
confident.
best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, sure. Also, one thing to note is that I'm not going to wish for Clarence. I mean, Clarence is cool and all, but not really my type of character. Like, it's fine. Banner's pretty good, actually. Especially the weapon banner. Very nice. Personally, I'm going to be sparing up for Siege Ween, so I can complete my lolly collection. And because she's super cute. Alright.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Oh, there's a person sitting there.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk.
Bro's up there. I saw him.
We would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Okay.
I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
And that's YouTube Slimes, why I talk to AI.
Everyone has
Thank
their
you,
own
AI.
problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what. But now I have lots of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Aww.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well...
Oh, there are two
I guess you could
people?
say that to me.
Or
He felt like
statue?
both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
I don't say that. You helped us understand him better.
The last time I talked this much in one
Pretty
go
fine,
was
man.
when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
I need to go to the toilet. No, I'm just kidding. It was always the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atossa just told us about time could definitely be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. I don't know if I got that sentence correct, actually.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Nah, they're pretty normal. Oh, there's an abyss mage.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Maybe. Hello.
Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
Paimon, I have a fire team.
Right here.
Which means I'll need to use just Miko. Die, Abyss Mage. Oh, even more. Okay, cool.
Here, emerge.
Bop. Playing Overload is like surprisingly cool as well. I love it. There we go. Easy peasy.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
I apologize. The question we should be asking now is what the Abyss Order is doing around here.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
Correct. I'm so tired. I apologize for yawning. It's like 7 in the morning.
Second. The person... It's Dainslev!
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, the F is he doing here?
It's you two.
Dainslev.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Mate.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Bye, Atossa.
See you later, Atossa!
Take care now. Bro, that was the most random thing to ever happen.
To pop up out of nowhere like that.
Exactly.
Life's mission to jump scare us or something?
Exactly. Big Dainslev jump scare.
Personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Okay.
So you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their tail, but I'll admit, we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Correct.
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you
Thanks,
think
Liv,
the
explain.
Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. And after that, you owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
Okay.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You better, man. Because I'm generally confused. You've driven from our village and a little bit from what to learn, but blah 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 blah. Animal Crossing noises.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village.
Correct.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilly trail activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him. I genuinely do.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
No, I don't
Still
know.
hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Talking about Conria, I assume.
His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Of course, I wasn't able to tell because, well, he's just an NPC-looking guy.
Brother?
What's happened between the two of you?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter,
Rhindaughter?
Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Okay.
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Wait, Sertologi is Skirk's master? So Child learned from Skirk and Skirk learned from Sertologi,
And the one
or
we just learned
Sertologi.
about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clothar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Somehow everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in the ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outline Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vedderfolnir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Conria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
the world-shattering power. So I'm thinking, right, about like Celestia and that kind of stuff, because the Celestia has like these heavenly kind of beings, correct? Like each Archon has their throne, if I'm correct, like as like their place in Celestia and whatever. And the Gnosis is like embedded with like incredible power. Like I assume it has enough power to like completely basically wipe a nation, so to speak. So I wonder if there's also like some sort of Celestia, quote unquote, for like the Abyss. Not the Abyss itself necessarily, but they also have like different ranks and whatever, but not Archons, but more like demons maybe, with like Dainslev said, like world-shattering power, like a Gnosis, but for like negative and whatever.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came in contact with your brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm so curious about the Loom of Fate. Like, what is the Loom of Fate? What does the Loom of Fate do, you know?
By retrieving the eye of the first...
Oh, correct, we did
we
this.
were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
Okay, and my chair is going to creak right now, so hold on. Here we go.
The eye was...
I'm not gonna edit that out.
Yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it,
I'm lazy.
they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Oh no.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
To the ley lines?
The ley lines?
Hey, man. Paimon and me, we're on the same brave wavelength, man.
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
Correct.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable. My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flow through the ley lines are memories.
Wait. Then
Wait,
what's
correct.
missing here in Vamara Village? The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's connected between all this?
It's certainly possible.
The Abyss, question mark?
I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Sure. Also, what I hope is that the story takes like some sort of twist. Like a very big twist. Because eventually we need to go to Netlin and Snatch Naya and eventually Conria, no?
So tired. Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either. I had some mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
True. You merchant, can I buy something? At least I can get something. What did I get? Teachings of ingenuity. But I actually need ingenuity though. to level up Dory. Because I don't have like any oh, I don't have to do commissions anymore. Oh heck yeah. I'll do that later. For now we'll continue.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here? Did something happen?
What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Wait, what?
Memories of him.
Wait a second. Are the ley lines or the Abyss Order like somehow messing with the people over here and like implementing memories? Like they aren't forgetting, it just got implemented and they're trying to brainwash the people into basically believing that he existed. Into maybe following eventually his order, basically making mind slaves? Or am I just thinking way too deep into this? I don't know, man.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed.
I might even not be too far off from the truth, actually. What?
Plant memories into the minds of others.
Brother. Bro, I am so smart. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm the smartest slime to have ever existed. Wow. How is that even possible? Airman Soul. Airman Soul.
Memories the villagers have of him. Could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
I can actually oh my goodness. I'm actually perplexed. I predicted this. What?
But why would he do something like that?
That's amazing.
Whatever the
I'm so
Abyss
smart.
Order's plan,
Wow, I'm actually proud of myself.
the truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
The memory is not real. Is the eye still safe?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However,
Just yet.
considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted the memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
Ooh, I don't know if this is a smart idea. I don't think this is a smart thing to do. I think communicating with like notes or maybe whispering would be way more beneficial instead of just actually going to the location and whatever. Climbing feels so weird in Genshin now. I'm so used to Wuthering Waves and just running up the walls. There we go. That's completely fine. Alright, let's just...
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
A domain!
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Yes.
Traveler, wait.
Okay, what's up? You good?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What was Dane going to tell me just now?
Hey, wait up!
Is he already brainwashed? I think he is. Does Dainsleif use, like, blue fire? Future kid revealment? What? The Place of Revelations. Dane brings you to where he hit the eye before. As you continue onward, the answers will soon be revealed. But when you step within, there seems to be something strange going on with Dane. Recommended elements, pyro and electro. Well, would you look at this? Ain't that just beautiful? Alright, let's just jump right in and explode everyone till they all die. Arlecchino, please. Hacha, hacha. The door of resurrection. Ooh. Spooky poopy, poopy poop. I see mechanics or chests, I don't know. This place is very holy-like. Ain't that right, Rumi? Let's go, my beautiful silly blob. No chests, no chests. Here we go. Hello. Wait a bit for stamina, and here we go. Bonk. Oh. Blonk. 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 I didn't crit.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
I'm also just looking at like the symbols to see if they represent anything. Because Genshin sure likes its logos, so... It's fun to do something in Sumeru again as well. Wait, hold on. Isn't there anything? No, okay. Oh, there's a chest. Hello. Treasure. And I also have like heartburn at the moment, which is very annoying. It's probably because I drank like cappuccino in the morning, a little bit of coffee.
Come on out. Right now.
Oh man. So I might be a bit more silent because I have to swallow like 10 billion times, which is so obnoxious and annoying. Okay. So is that because of the top? Like the light shines down now? Oh no, we probably activated this thing. Okay, interesting. And now I have to use my brain.
Runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
I'm actually the smartest slime to have ever existed. First try, baby. Well, YouTube slimes, that's how you complete that puzzle. In just 3 steps. Wow. That was unexpected. I had a feeling I was gonna be there for a while, but apparently not. I'm just that smart and have that high of IQ. Wait, this looks like the boss battle arena in like the new area. It really does. Do we have to fight the horse, the stone horse man? Although maybe it looks different, I don't know. We can check in a sec.
We can't go any further.
There's something coming.
Oh, God. I sense the presence of the abyss.
It's the Abyss Order!
Ah, this is an abyss lector. It's fine. It's fine.
Right now.
It's no problem.
Final warning.
Let's light it up!
There we go. Do your thing. Yes, and now prepare to die. There we go. The first time they were introduced...
The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
Okay, before I continue, like the first time the Abyss Lector got like revealed in like the Archon stories and such, I had such trouble defeating these Abyss Lectors and whatever, and now it's just like, whatever, bop, 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 and it's dead.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Leave you here on your own? Will you be alright?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Okay. Dane does have a point, but something feels off. What am I missing? He's a mind slave. It's going to be over. Oh no. Oh no, what's going to happen? Dane, are you a traitor? He's a traitor, isn't he? Right, the way I have to do this. Wait, what? This is that part! It's ether!
Along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Oh my goodness!
You risked your safety, and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dane.
No, ether!
But I
Please
believe
come
that
back to
I
me.
was the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone. I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Oh no. No. Ether. Ah, man.
This order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see
What's going on?
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Butterflies. Wait, I hear something.
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
I do not know.
Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Yeah, let's do that. Also, the map, as you can see, it has like a red border. And I'm in special story mode and cannot complete this action. I cannot open the map because I'm in like a special location.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
It's that voice again. Is either or the Abyss Mage, or the Abyss Order, I should say, communicating to the Hilichurls? Because the Hilichurls are from Kandria.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
At least I'm sure. I don't remember.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Correct. Hiya! I can't teleport. Oh goodness. Okay. Oh man, my heartburn is actually kind of flaring up right now. It's so annoying. Yeah, I guess I need to go up here. So let's just do that. Doop doop top deep. Dim dom dom dum dum. I have battle pass stuff. What the hell? Okay, cool. Don't worry, everything's fine now. Why? Because I am here. I mean, everything looks kinda normal. What up, Amadea?
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Someone's gone missing, you say?
Oh my.
Who would that be?
Huh?
You don't remember?
Well, you know.
I think it's got even more complicated. Exactly.
The one you've been looking for all this time? You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try...
It was all a trap to lure Dane into the field tiller's eye. Because that's the thing that they require for the Loom of Fate. And since they were trying to separate me and Dainsliff because they know that I was there. They knew.
Something's definitely not
They
right.
knew.
We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that.
And when Dainsliff got like this headache thing, it probably was because there was another memory implanted into him. Like maybe telling him something or letting him become aware of like the missing person. Like being here in this village. So he knew that the traveler, or us basically, like he had to send us back here basically to quote unquote check up on the missing person. Even though there is no missing person. The missing person never existed and it is no one. It's just a diversion for me to be separated with Dainsliff, and so that Ether, or in other words, sibling, can get the field tiller's eye.
What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone the missing villager have been erased again? You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Paimon, it doesn't help. Everyone forgot. No one knows. No one knows anymore. No one knows. Oh my goodness. This is like an interesting yet typical plot. You know? At least in my eyes. I find it pretty cool though. I love it. It's very cool.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
See?
Just as expected.
See?
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Do you know where he went?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
It's another distraction before we can catch up.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time
Oh, Paimon,
before he went missing?
it's the Abyss Order messing with people's minds somehow. Perhaps the Abyss Order is also like somewhat in control of Irminsul. No, but that would be way too out of hand though, or like way too like insane, because Nahida is basically protecting the Irminsul and whatever, no? I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything they mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully what's really going on.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him. Because there's been a change in people's memories. If we really did travel back to a time before he disappeared, that could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing. If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now. Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
I think it's this one.
No.
No?
Mom still remembers him. He just forgot about the fact that this person went missing.
That is true. But are we?
Right.
We are.
Totally forgot
Wait,
about
what?
the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
But in whose?
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Yeah, but then again, how is Paimon here with me? How did we even get into the memory? And like, never mind.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to...
Implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Can we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell.
All the memories seem to be set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. If time is allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time. Maybe not. We don't have any way to prove whether certain memories were simply forgotten or never existed in the first place.
The time does not pass, no?
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit!
Yeah, that was very suspicious.
Time isn't passing! That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memories this is seems to have an obvious answer. Medea, Dainsleif, or Atosa? I don't think it's Amadea. It's either Dainsleif or Atosa, and I think it's Dainsleif.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described. We thought Chief Amadea forgot about the missing villager, but it turns out we're at a moment in time before the village issued the commission. No.
No Dainsleif.
That doesn't seem right. I need to think about this some more.
Then it is Atosa, no? Yeah.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Oh my goodness, it rhymes, Paimon. Paimon, you completed my sentence. And I can't teleport because I'm obviously in a memory, so... No teleportation for me. Man, I need to drink some milk or something, man. My throat is burning up. Who is that person? Aerial attack! God dang it.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just
Oh,
talked
those
like
are
that
your
out of habit.
in a dream memory
She's
thing.
not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Bonjour. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar?
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry.
Wait, he's aware?
We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Wait, he's aware?
Another time, huh?
Wait, what? Then I guess Materi was rather far off.
I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
I thought I was smart for a second, but the plot seems to be different, but that's fine. Hello, Atosa. Oh no, wait, never
It's
mind.
nice to see you, traveler.
The woman is
This
Atosa.
is the first time we've met.
Hello. You're... Factoring the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. Caribert, the Visionary of Verdfalner, Caribert, Albrecht, Lothar, Albrecht.
The founder of the Abyss Order. The man who broke the curse of immortality. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. Dane's brother. One of the 5 sinners of Conria. The one who stole the power of the Abyss.
I think it's this one. Never mind. I don't think it's this one.
That doesn't...
Caribert?
You're... Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before. Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Wait, what? Oh wait, my character's still gone. There we go. Now my character is back. I completely forget that my character's like on and off, and I don't have like a second monitor to like see. Maybe I need a second monitor so I can see things better. I don't know. Okay, and where are we now? The new Serena teapot layout. Where is Paimon? Give her back to me, you scumbag. The proof of existence. F this shot I'm out, don't really care. I'm going home. F this shit I'm out. Oh god dang it, I can't move. Fine, I'll do the story. Whoa. I can't do anything as well. So what is this place? Pretty cool looking tree. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host.
Damn.
I always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
Before you continue, Caribert, it has been like a good hot minute before we lost this Caribert, like in the summary quest. Caribert, I'm not entirely sure. I will fact check this after the video. But isn't this dude's like? No, never mind. Because in the first Caribert, we had like this Hilicho who took off the mask. I don't think he's. Wait, maybe he is Caribert. Wait, I don't know, man. I'm so confused. Never mind. I'm just. This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Caribert as I can. What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate.
Okay, he is the Hilicho.
But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of other people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Caribert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimara village. But why did you implant memories of yourself into the people of Vimara village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village,
He seems nice,
but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world. As if I had a chance at life.
That's rather sad, but like, he never got the chance to like, quote-unquote exist, right? So that's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living?
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
It's these things, oh man. I'm already starting to get sad already.
What would it be like if I could live alongside?
Oh, that's so sad.
No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
Oh, that's so sad.
Selfishly.
Oh my.
Tried to have my own life.
And that's the tree that Atosa let us see in like Sumeru. Oh my goodness.
Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid.
No, man.
After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
So he was the Hilichurl that actually died. In the end, this all stems from the tragedy that occurred in Kanya back then. You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. They might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The loom of fate has already been completed.
Wait, what? Wait, what? The loom of fate is already complete? That means that the eye of the first Filtiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to him? He got slain by Ether.
Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan
Wait, he?
lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But they never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Oh no. Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? You made him think that. When?
Before you two entered that false location.
Of course.
Wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implemented in his mind. No wonder.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler. But I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that,
But why?
I had to retrieve the eye.
So Dane had the eye this whole time, until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the Prince is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Oh, true, that was his father.
After he used
Yes,
the power
correct.
of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form.
Okay, so... Okay, yes. Okay. Now I remember.
Suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
Okay, so this is what I was, like, confused about. Because in the previous Curry Bear, like, Archon quest, I actually found that quest, like, at the time rather boring / okay-ish. Like, I didn't find it really interesting. But now things are starting to add up. So Curry Bear was that hilichurl. He took off his mask, and I think he just like jumped off a cliff or something, or died, or in any case he died. And his father was like weeping and whatever. I believe he also died. I think, but it's like it was rather a tragic story, and that was kind of it. Like, eventually the Lumine or the Traveler or we came back to our senses and whatever. And that was the end of that. But now it all starts to make sense.
To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form, when its ability to create memories was at its strongest.
So he can finally exist, no?
Plant a specific memory into the minds of the hilichurls.
Oh, into the hilichurls.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the Loom of Fate is basically, or at least what Curry Bear wants to use it for, is to like calm the hilichurls down. As far as I noticed and know about it. Because the hilichurls are like Khaenri'ahns, right? Suffering from this like curse, because Khaenri'ah was a Archonless like nation which got destroyed by Celestia ? Or like something in the Archon War maybe. Anyways, then the entire nation was destroyed, and there was this curse bestowed upon people, as far as I know, and I think I'm correct. If I'm not correct, it's, I mean, you can let me know in the comments, I suppose. But the hilichurls are like basically like, yeah, what do you call it? Like, I don't want to say immortal, but they are like the Khaenri'ahn people. But like, yeah, it's just a harsh reality, or like in like, it's hard for them to even live. So Curry Bear wanting to use the Loom of Fate to calm the hilichurls down is just, damn. So the thing that caused the hilichurls to calm down back then was Curry Bear's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device so as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do with it was to offer the hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps. I think It was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished.
Oh my goodness, man.
And it's finally time to rest.
There's definitely going to be a cutscene. Rest well, Curry Bear.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Ether is here as well. No. Please don't do bad shit, man.
Kari Bear's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Oh, please.
Well, how about a conversation?
We can finally chat with each other. Finally, man. Why? Why is it? Oh my god.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is
Oh my god.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I can't think, man. Jesus. I'm like so invested into Genshin and like, oh man. I apologize if I'm such a crybaby over this kind of stuff. It's just, Genshin is like my #1 game, and I have so much love and respect for this game, and it's just, I'm so invested in every character's story. Like, Genshin is basically my dream world, you know? And just finally seeing Lumine and Ether together is just so special to me. Oh my god. I almost can't believe this is real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
But why?
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Oh my god, seeing them together is just so insane to me.
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes. For 500 years now. Ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Correct.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation. However,
I see.
The Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be. Or what might trigger it.
You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful.
But the thing is, Ether is the Prince of the Abyss, no? Like, I understand that they want to make the Loom of Fate to challenge, like, the gods and the divine of Celestia. Or, like, the Heavenly Principles, as you said it. But, like, why not team up with the Archons against it? Like, even the Tsaritsa from Snezhnaya is collecting all the gnosis. Like, is that also against Celestia? Like, are the Fatui and the Abyss Order, like, are they working together? Because if that's the case, why just not work with everyone else? Why make everyone else's life more miserable?
Even as a hilly churl,
Like, I don't understand.
the sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
No.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
No.
You're only telling me this now?
That's so messed up. That's so messed up. Oh no.
Sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy. Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he?
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Caribert. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Caribert and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Caribert all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
After that, I can't seem to remember. Maybe I'm just tired? I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I've lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. It looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
So that's how Caribert said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Caribert. Now, that's not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
True.
Seems like everyone thinks Caribert left the village. That's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
They have some sort of explanation now.
Caribert is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete. And no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing.
No one.
Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened.
True.
Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Yeah. Let's do that. Heck yeah, brother. World Order narration, look for Atosa. Dum-dum-dum-dum. And this is of course like another long video, but if you're still watching, I Gaia, personally thank you very much. Reina, Gia, we all thank you.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Caribert now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him. Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
I mean, it is still important to, like, think about the future, but I guess so. It'll be okay, Atosa.
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay.
And if not, Atosa, I mean, you know, I'm always free, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just joking.
Things will overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Take care, Atosa.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Caribert?
Right. What was it that happened? I can't remember. Aw. It feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. We have a picture of us together! What? And that's how it ends. Wow. Bedtime story. Oh my goodness. Show me. Group photo from an unknown time. I mean, we didn't argue, so it's completely fine. Let's see. Yeah, we completed the Archon quest, Curry Bear. Wow. Wow, what a quest that was. I didn't expect it to turn out to be like this. I expected a bit more like negativity.
Thank you for
Like, I don't know. It's a very good like story quest. Don't get me wrong. Like, but like I expected more like death, dying, and that kind of stuff. You know. All right, so let's just continue with Cloran's quest. I'm just kidding. Cloran's story quest will be in another video because I like to separate these things. Yeah. Level 4, 14, 14. I can't count. Huh. Oh my goodness. I'm very happy about the resin thing though. And what I'm not happy about is the 10 billion new cards we have in TCG. I don't want to do this, Oyo. I don't want to. Look how many characters there are. And apparently we. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. We also have like new thingabatangs. Oh, look over here. Something. Like new players we can play TCG with. Yeah, over here. 3 new people. With only 3 new people? Or are there more people that want to do TCG with me, huh? I'm actually feeling kind of dizzy and sick, to be fair. I shouldn't be zooming around so much. Can you film my bin? No. Alright, so I'll just be doing some TCG actually. Because I'm a completionist. Like I actually am, and it's kind of annoying because, you know, I want to have everything done like ASAP as soon as possible, my man. So I will just do TCG, and in the meantime I will end this video. So thank you, Slimes, as always, for watching this video. I know these videos are very long, but I do want to share the entire story and like respect the voice actors and have them like in like and have, oh my goodness, I can't talk. But for me it's so important to have like all the voice lines as well in my videos, because I just have so much respect for the voice actors. They're all doing an amazing job.
As per our contract.
And like I'm just a person. I like to showcase everything, you know. Like that's just the kind of slime that I am. But I wonder where the story will go towards to, you know. Like I'm very curious because the Loom of Fate is completed. So the thing is, oh, they're gonna switch. Okay, because the thing is, the Loom of Fate is complete, and they can basically alter ley lines now, which isn't good, and which isn't a good thing. But what confuses me so much is that, oh my, that hit it hard, man. What? But the Loom of Fate is like going to be used against Celestia, you know. So I'm just curious as to where the story is going, and to what everyone is going to do against Celestia and stuff, you know. And in any case, I will just leave you slap for now. I've already talked way too long for an outro. So thank you, Slimes, all for watching. I love you all, and I see you all in the next video, which is most likely Cloran's story quest. And I'm very curious to see how that will go. So yeah, goodbye for now. Many kisses, and I hope you win a 50-50.